In this video, I have a great, original, haha, funny story. I don't know what made me think of this random one. I was just looking at the item in my room and it just made me think of it. You'll understand in a second. So in everyone's house, there's always that one valuable item. At least one. Whether that be a really expensive item, there's meaning behind it, that's what makes it valuable. There's a bunch of different ways an item can be valuable. Well, for me, as a kid, I thought the coolest thing we had in our house and the most valuable was this Batman statue that my dad bought like years ago. Ever since I was a kid, I saw this statue on our shelf and I thought it was really cool. But obviously, I didn't really realize like how much money it was and stuff like that, because I just didn't care as a kid. But yeah, for years and years downstairs, we had this Batman statue and it just sat there. So as a kid, I thought it'd be really cool if that thing was in my room. Now, my dad wasn't really super strict on like, you can't move it. I asked him about it. He said, okay. And we put it in my room. So for the longest time, it sat up on this really high shelf where I couldn't get to it. And then that's where it sat for years, you know, just sat there, whatever. But eventually one day I was redoing my room and I wanted to put it somewhere else. Now, I wish I just asked, but no. I couldn't do that. I don't know what I was thinking. I was so stupid. I decided to just move it to a really, really low shelf. Like I had this desk. It was right in this corner actually. I put it on the desk and it just sat there so easily, ready for something to break it. Now keep in mind, this is something that my dad bought. It wasn't even mine really. I guess he technically gave it to me, but I was so young it was like, it didn't really count. But it wasn't like I didn't care about it. I really wanted it. I was the one that wanted it in my room. So I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Don't do this, but I put it, like I said, really low on a really low shelf, just vulnerable to anything. Because as a kid, you go crazy, and this is what happens. You make a story time years later. So randomly, as I was moving things in my room, my sister comes out of nowhere and just jump scares me. I just freak out because I was not expecting it at all. I had this pillow in my hand, chucked it across the room. I was stupid. I don't know if I was overacting or not. You know, I can't really remember. It was like that long ago, but I know I threw a pillow and where does it go out of all the places? Take a wild guess. Yeah, it was like a movie scene, slow motion. I remember seeing it. It went right into the statue and just hit the back of the wall, and I heard pieces break and my heart broke. Like literally it just froze and I almost dropped dead right there. I was so scared to like see what happened, but the pillow was covering the entire statue, so I couldn't see anything until I moved the pillow, and I just kept staring and staring at that pillow, hoping and praying that nothing broke on it, even though I kind of knew something did. I removed the pillow as slow as a snail and, well, take a guess what happened. It was broken. The Batman was mostly intact. He has like a finger where he's pointing, that was broke off. But the worst of all was that there was this huge like Robin statue right there. The one that I show you in the pictures actually isn't the original one. I'm gonna try to find it, but it looks something like this. So there was a Robin standing there shooting a slingshot, and that completely just got destroyed. I actually still have it, but I don't want to show it because my dad will see this video and I think my dad will cry seeing it. No, but seriously, it was just broken. I held it in my hand, ready to cry. I didn't know what to do. Looking back, I should have just told him that day, but I decided to do an even better thing. I would wait until I go to school the next day, ask if I can have glue, came home, and I was desperately trying to glue the thing back together. The finger actually worked. If you look, I'll try to get a close-up. The finger is actually glued on there because that broke, but I did fix that. But the Robin was falling apart. Stupid me though, I was doing all of this in my bedroom with the door open. So yeah, no surprise, my dad comes home, looks in my room like, oh hey, what are you doing? And sees the statue destroyed on the ground. Yeah, so I just stood there like, frozen. I didn't know what to do. My dad was not too happy about the statue being broken. He just took it, put it in his room, and yeah, I was ready to cry. Eventually, years later, the statue still sits in my room as a reminder of how dumb I was. I've always looked into buying another one. I always wanted to replace this because it is a cool statue and I feel bad for breaking it, but I was so young, like I didn't know, like I was just stupid. I should have known better. Obviously now I would have kept it up where it is and where it should have stayed the entire time. I should have never moved it like that. But of course I was stupid, and that's what I did. I'm gonna try to look up right now how much they go for. Dark Knight Strikes Again, that's it. So that's what it's called. If any of you are interested in looking into it, it's called The Dark Knight Strikes Again. And it looks like people are actually selling it for like 200 bucks. This right here is actually the box. We still have that. It's in the attic. Oh, there you go. That's it for the story. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit. I'm just looking back on old times. Not too great fond memories, but you know, I just remember that day when I broke it. I was watching the Disney Channel and they're like, I hope you have a great happy day. And that just made me more mad. I wanted to punch the TV, but